internet trading mob is driving GameStop shares.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. There's been a lot of talk in the news recently about the stock market and Reddit, and I think I may have figured it out, but let me start the story from the beginning.
It's rewind time.
The year is 2012, and on a website called Reddit, Wall Street Bets was born. It's an internet forum, a message board, a niche corner of social media for finance and investing memes. It's kind of like 4chan, but for stock trading. What made Wall Street Bets so unique is that it's the hub on the internet for making chaotic bets on the ever-fluctuating stock market. Or at least, that was the case.
We're part of a Reddit community called Wall Street Bets.
A subreddit, it's called Wall Street Bets.
They call themselves Wall Street Bets.
Like a lot of you, I was surprised to see Wall Street Bets, that underground internet community, make international headlines.
It is a rebellion between Wall Street and internet traders.
An internet trading mob is driving GameStop shares higher, it appears, to spite short sellers. Look at the stock.
That band of trolls were savvy enough to call out a major bluff from the big hedge funds of Wall Street and cost them literally billions of dollars in financial damage.
The revolutionaries on Reddit are spanking Wall Street's ass.
David versus Goliath story.
The power of the people to take on hedge funds in the way that we've seen.
How did this happen? I actually don't really know that much about how the stock market works, but I wanted to know how Reddit totally dunked on the hedge funds, so I went down the rabbit hole.
We're gonna fuck their whole system up just to boost GameStop.
Yeah, well, just to see if they could.
Met on Reddit, started buying up the stock, and it was soaring.
Okay, so I believe I may have just figured this out. So if you want to understand the story, it all revolves around a practice in investment banking called shorting.
Short selling them.
Shorting is a sort of trade that happens millions and millions of times a day on Wall Street. And this is how it works. Shorting is kind of like taking a gamble against the value of a stock, hoping that your bet will pay off. Say for example, this is Bobby.
Hello.
Bobby suspects the value of, say, business X is going to drop. And he believes he can make money from the falling value. And he goes to the place where money's made.
This is Wall Street. The task is to make money move.
Bobby goes to Wall Street and asks his broker to borrow one share of X for exactly 1 year. And what does Bobby do with his share? He sells it. Let's say X has a value on the stock market of $100 per share. Bobby takes his newly acquired share of X and sells it on the market for its current value. Now let's fast forward a year. Bobby still has to return the one share he borrowed back to his broker, so he goes back to the market to buy the share back. But remember, Bobby suspected the value of the share was going to go down, and it turns out he was right. Now Business X is going for $50 a share, so Bobby buys back the share at $50 and returns it to his broker. And now Bobby has made a profit of $50. This process is known as shorting a stock. Borrowing, selling, and then buying back the share in hopes of turning over a profit. Now this all gets a little more interesting when you factor in a stock called GME, or as it's better known,
GameStop.
In March of 2020, a tiny, insignificant bump in the global economy called the COVID-19 pandemic.
The virus forced businesses across the country to close their doors.
Caused the stock of many brick and mortar stores like GameStop to plummet. And with the process of shorting, the hedge funds of Wall Street recognized they could borrow, sell, and then eventually buy back the falling stock of GameStop in bulk and turn over a profit. And this is where Reddit comes in. Remember that online community called Wall Street Bets? The collective of degenerates that treat the stock market like their own personal casino of amusement? They recognized the hedge funds shorting GameStop. So, what if they buy lots and lots and lots of shares in GameStop? the demand would go up. If the demand goes up, the value goes up. And now the hedge funds of Wall Street put in the gamble that the stock would go down. But because of Reddit, the value skyrocketed.
We have a liftoff.
GameStop have now risen some 700%.
But it just shows you the power of the internet.
That was until Robinhood got involved. Robinhood is a stockbroker and dealer app that champions commission-free investing and market inclusion. Essentially, Robinhood brought making money from the stock market from Wall Street to your phone. Hence the name Robinhood. Take from the rich and give to the poor, in theory. Naturally, Robinhood was the app of choice for amateur traders like the members of Wall Street Bets, and by extension was the main trafficker for the inflation of GameStop. And as a result, a lot of angry, money-losing Wall Street bankers aimed all their blame solely at Robinhood. And how did Robinhood, the noble and democratic stockbroker for the people, respond? To block anyone buying any more GME stock.
It's supposed to be taken from the rich and given to the poor, and doing exactly the opposite.
This is called market manipulation, when a company deliberately interferes with the affairs of the free market in order of securing their own profit. It's a big no-no. This left me asking myself, why would Robinhood do this? It goes against basically everything they stand for as a company. At least what was on their website. Maybe I shouldn't trust that. Well, it turns out Robinhood isn't as noble as they'd like you to believe. One particular Wall Street hedge fund called Citadel was going to lose out big as a result from the Redditors. They provided Robinhood with almost 35% of their annual revenue, putting Robinhood's financial interests in direct conflict with the free stock market they claim to pioneer.
The billionaires and some hedge funds are yelling because they're not the only ones who make money when the manipulation works.
You know that thing called the free market? Yeah, Robinhood doesn't really like that. Robinhood? More like Robbing Hood. Yeah. And so in the end, what's changed? The rich Wall Street executives lost some money to the Redditors, sure, but the game was rigged in the first place to make sure they minimized their losses. The rich won by crushing the little guy again. I mean, are we really surprised?
$700 billion to rescue the country's failing banks.
We're the people who bailed out the financial industry.
Isn't that how it always goes? Well, not this time.
Anyone on Wall Street that really knows Wall Street is like, I can't believe this was possible. It would seem to defy logic.
Sure, the hedge funds did rig the free market in their favor, but the Redditors never considered making money the end goal.
All you care about is money. This town deserves a better class of criminals.
Because while greedy Wall Street could only think about their profit, Reddit's endgame looked a lot more like this.
People were led astray when they bought General Electric at 54.
Steal from us and just walk away? Yeah.
And in my opinion, they nailed it. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the new video. It was a lot of fun to make. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel a little bit more, so any help I can get would be greatly appreciated. I'm running a giveaway right now on my Instagram account, so go ahead, click that link in the description. If you want to be a part of that, all you have to do is follow the account, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share the video on your social media stories. So go ahead and check that out.